20,000 people. One question. What if I told you scientists found a specific personality profile that appears again and again among people who become millionaires? And what if I told you many of the people who fit that profile may not fully realize how much their habits and personality shape the financial decisions that set them apart? In 2022, researchers in Germany analyzed data from over 20,000 citizens. They measured personality. They measured wealth. And they found something remarkable. A distinct personality pattern was linked to greater wealth, higher risk tolerance, lower anxiety, more openness, more extroversion, more conscientiousness. But here's what nobody talks about. The self-made millionaires matched this profile more closely than people who inherited their wealth. And among self-made millionaires, the association became stronger at higher levels of wealth. Which raises an unsettling question. Does personality help create wealth, or does building wealth gradually shape personality? The researchers concluded that both may play a role, but the evidence suggests personality can be an important factor in building wealth. Now here's where it gets dark. Wealth doesn't just influence your bank account. It can influence how you see the world. Studies on wealth, power, and social behavior suggest that as some people gain more money and status, they may become less sensitive to other people's emotions. Researchers found that, on average, wealthier participants were less accurate at reading facial expressions, showed weaker emotional responses in certain situations, and spent less time focusing on other people. That doesn't mean every wealthy person loses empathy. It means success can quietly change perspective if you're not paying attention. And the scariest part? Most people never notice those changes happening. So how do you build a millionaire mind without letting it change who you are? You stop thinking about money as something you earn, and start treating it as a system you build. Morgan Housel put it best, doing well with money has little to do with how smart you are and a lot to do with how you behave. The system has 4 parts. 1. Change your identity. Stop saying, "I'm bad with money." Start saying, "I'm becoming wealthy." Your brain will start filtering decisions through that lens. 2. Automate everything. Willpower fails. Systems don't. Schedule transfers the day after payday. Let the system run while you focus on living. 3. Think in decades, not days. The $5 coffee isn't just $5. It's what that money could become over decades if consistently invested. 4. Control what you can control. You can't stop inflation. You can control how much you save. Meet Kevin. Early 30s. Not a huge salary. A few years ago, he made one decision. He stopped seeing himself as bad with money. He automated $300 a month into a gold accumulation plan. Real gold. Physical asset. One system. One identity shift. Over the long term, consistent investing and disciplined saving gave him a substantial nest egg. He didn't need a finance degree. He needed a different operating system running in his head. Now watch what happens when the system breaks. The market drops 20%. Inflation spikes. Interest rates climb. Most people react with emotion. They sell at the bottom. They freeze. They panic. Research in behavioral finance consistently shows that investors who make decisions based on fear and panic often earn lower long-term returns than those who stay disciplined. That gap isn't about intelligence. It's about emotional discipline. And every time markets become volatile, that gap can grow even wider. Researchers at Berkeley ran a study. They rigged Monopoly. One player got double the starting money, double the salary for passing go. The rich player won, obviously. But when asked why, many of them focused more on their own skill and strategy than on the advantages built into the game. The experiment revealed how easily success can change the way we explain our own achievements. Success can reward certain habits, but it can also make people underestimate the role of timing and opportunity. So what do you actually do with this? 1. Audit your identity. What story are you telling yourself about money? Change it. 2. Automate one financial habit this week. 1 transfer. 1 investment. Remove your own willpower from the equation. 3. Build your personal board of directors. Spend more time with people who talk about growth, discipline, and long-term thinking. The people around you influence your habits more than you realize. 4. Track your time like it's money. Because it is. The way you consistently invest your time today shapes the opportunities you create tomorrow. Which one do you think builds wealth? The millionaire mind isn't born. It's built. Brick by brick. Belief by belief. System by system. The research points in the same direction. Long-term wealth is shaped by consistent behavior, disciplined decisions, and the systems you build over time. Wealth begins between your ears. The only question left is, are you building yours?